Welcome to another video here on the channel. No intros, just gonna dive right in. I'm having a problem here with the display you're looking at on the screen. And if you're new to the channel, this is a 77-inch LG G4 here in my game room. And I have a PS5 connected to it. And let me dive in and talk to you about a problem I'm having. And it has a pretty annoying aspect to it because what it forces me to do is to randomly open up this game dashboard that I have pulled up at the bottom of the screen. Now, let me preface the issue by saying when I play a game like EA Sports College Football 25 that you see in the tile up there next to Call of Duty, this problem never ever happens, okay? And I'm not quite sure why that is yet. Maybe because that game is locked in at 60 frames per second, I believe. But this only happens when I play a game like Call of Duty here. And I'm gonna load into the game and see if I can't replicate the problem live on camera here so you can see what I'm talking about. If it doesn't do it in this particular instance, I will just verbally tell you the problem. And then I'm gonna be looking for some comments in the comment section. Let me know, A, do you have an LG OLED display and you encounter the same issue? And if you do, what did you do to correct it? All right, and the issue at hand here has everything to do with the resolution you see over there on the right in the game dashboard. Now, when I load into Call of Duty here, I believe it's going to attempt to do two different handshakes before it actually gets to the first menu. And the reason why I say it does two handshakes is I think the screen will go black and you'll see the HDR flag pop up in the top right-hand corner. And then I think it goes away and then it comes back again before you get to the menu. And in my opinion, at least from what I understand, that means it's done two separate HDMI handshakes just to get to the menu. And what ends up happening is after that second handshake, my resolution will go, let me pull it back up. My resolution will go from 3840 by 2160. It'll drop down to 25 something by 1440. And the reason why this is annoying is because I'll just hop into a game of Call of Duty. Like, this won't be on the screen. I'll just hop in, not expecting anything to be different or change or anything wrong. And I'll be in the middle of a match and I'll be like, man, this is looking extra trashy here. Like the resolution's garbage. Let me hit the game optimizer and look. And sure enough, it will on its own have lowered itself to 1440. When you invest as much as I did into a premium display like the G4 especially, and you have a PlayStation 5, my basic level of expectation would be that I should not have to do this. This would be something that I would have to monitor if I was on a very mid-range or even entry-level type of display. I kind of expect to have to keep an eye on things that's going to be buggy, screwy, whatever. So let's go ahead and load into the game. And let's look for that first handshake. There's one, okay? You see it flash the resolution off. And maybe it's only one, okay? So far it only flashed it once, but it did not change the resolution. All right? So let me go ahead and hit the back button so I can see what's going on here in the middle. And let's go to all games, and I'm just gonna load into a different game. Okay, off of here. Why? Because I want to see if it's going to do another handshake and then generate that lower resolution. So let me go ahead and click this. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's pull up the optimizer thing again. Here goes a handshake. I could tell it's a black screen. Let's see, there it goes. And there it is, handshake. That looked like two in my opinion, but you can drop a comment and let me know if I was seeing things there. So far on camera, I'm not getting it to replicate, but this happened just earlier today when I first booted up Black Ops 6 here on the drop day for that game. So everything is working as it should, as I would expect right now. But let's hit the circle button. Let's confirm. We're gonna go back to the screen. Let's see if it does another handshake. It looks like it is. There it goes. And that looks like two to me. It looks like it's doing twice. Okay, so it appears to be working while I'm filming the video. Of course, it's not gonna do it. But I'm telling you, I don't recall this problem happening on the display that this one replaced, which was an LG C2. I gamed on that TV right here in this spot in this room for upwards of about 2 years. I don't remember ever having to go in here and check this resolution. So I'm really hopeful that that doesn't mean there's something wrong with like the motherboard or like the HDMI inputs on this particular display. I'm hoping it's just something weird. And I will mention this. Let me hop up and get a light real quick as I knock stuff over. So one thing that might come up in the comment section is, oh, just, change your HDMI cable. The very first time I encountered this, which was like literally a day or two into ownership of the display, the very first thing I did was, oh, well, I've been rocking these, Ultra HE, or I've been rocking these Zeskit Maya ultra high speed HDMI cables. They're ultra certified. It says it on the box. I'm pretty sure they're required to put that label on the box if it's actually certified. So if you don't see that label, that means you're taking a chance, right? I've had pretty good luck with these cables. Let me put it up in front of the camera so you can see what I'm talking about. And boy, the light's not good. I'm sorry guys, the light sucks, but I hope that you could see that well enough to know what I'm referring to. I've had really good luck with these cables. This is the first time I've encountered hiccups with them. So after that first or second day of ownership that I noticed that resolution dropping, I said, well, maybe I just got kind of a defective cable that didn't last very long, because I've only had that cable for maybe a year or so, gaming on the C2, never had any problems there. I thought, well, maybe it's just going out. So as you saw the box I put in front of the camera, I went ahead and bought another one. And I said, well, that's probably going to take care of it. Well, it didn't. So that actually has me worried, because now I have another brand new cable on here. I think it's pretty unlikely that I got two that might be somewhat defective or just not working properly, especially considering I have these cables all over the house, Apple TV 4K to my display, you name it. I'm using these cables for everything because I've had really good luck with them. They're inexpensive for the most part. I really like them. And pretty disappointing this issue, but leave me some comments below. Do you have an LG display? You don't have to have some gallery series or anything. Do you have a CX or a C1 or, whatever, G2? Leave me a comment below if you ever have handshake issues when you're playing on your game console. And it doesn't even have to be PS5. If you have an Xbox Series X or whatever, and you've encountered that same thing where you notice it's dropping resolution, I want some comments in the comment section to A, that make me realize I'm not alone in this, and B, what did you do to fix it? Did you just keep replacing cables? Did you just not come up with a fix? And because again, the only way that I can fix this in real time is to unplug the cable and plug it back in, which I don't want to have to do every so often. I mean, that's not good for any of the electronics. Or B, I have to go into that menu. I have to go in here, go to optimizer, and then I have to toggle on the VRR switch. That's what I did earlier to fix it. And by the way, earlier when I was like toggling back and forth between the different games in this all games menu, I went back and forth with like 3 different games so that it would do like 5-6 handshakes, and it just stayed stuck on 25 whatever by 1440. It would not go back until I actually came in here and said, well, let me see if I toggle on VRR, toggle off VRR and toggle it back on. And from that handshake on, which has been several now because I've been testing it out before I started recording, I've had no issues. But my concern is that I anticipate this to pop back up at some random time. And considering I'm on my second, what I would feel is a quality HDMI cable, it makes me feel like there's something else going on. It could be the console, it could be the display. Out of those two, I definitely prefer it to be the console. Well, first preference obviously is the cable, but I'm kind of ruling that out. For those of you that are more well-versed in HDMI land than I am, I'm looking for some help here. Is this something that makes me regret getting the G4 as my primary gaming display? No. Is it something that I can deal with moving forward? It's a minor annoyance in my opinion, because again, when I come across that resolution, I'll just do one of those things I just mentioned and continue on. And then when it happens again, I'll do the same thing. It's just an annoyance, but it sure would be nice to hear that, yeah, this happens to me. And this is what I did to fix it. I toggled this setting and I never saw it again. That'd be nice to hear. So that's gonna do it for this video. I promise you, I'm gonna have some content coming on this display that's not about something or talking about something that's a problem. I'm gonna have some good content coming on display. Spoiler alert, I don't regret my purchase at all on this, especially for the price that I got, which I will reveal. Not necessarily the actual, maybe I'll reveal the price, but I'll reveal the story of why I got this display, why I chose it over the other candidates I was looking at, and how much I paid for it, and that will probably help you figure out why I chose it. But anyhow, that's a video that's coming down the road, so if you're interested in that sort of thing, if you have your eyes on the G4 and you're just waiting for like Black Friday pricing, and you're just looking for content on YouTube to kind of justify the purchase, click subscribe and turn on the bell, because I'm gonna have some content coming talking to you about all the good things I like about this display. Anyhow, that's gonna wrap up the video. If you did enjoy it or you found it helpful, you feel more inclusive now that you're experiencing the same thing and you feel better about it too, hit the like button. Let's get this video shared out to a lot more people so that I can maybe get some help with the issue. And if you're not subscribed yet, now's a great time. Like I said, gonna have a lot of content coming on this display. I'm excited to film more content for you on it and get it going. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. But with all that being said, till the next one.